All right, guys, it's a little Sunday weekend project, and what we're going to do is we're going to take this pile, this burn pile, and move it further out here into the field. And the reason for that is, I guess Kelly is a little concerned that it's a big pile and it's kind of close to the house. I'm not really concerned about it being close to the house, but it is kind of close to his fig trees over here that he's got planted right there and right there, and it's close to these pines, very close to these pines too. And as hot as this thing will probably get when it burns, because everything in there has been sitting there drying out for at least a year or more, some of it in there. So I have a feeling once it gets going, it's really going to burn. So we're going to move it a little further out in this field for burning later. And the reason I'm not going to burn it today is because if I burned it today, I would probably want to feed it as I burned it, so it all wouldn't go up as like one thing. But that's not really the best thing to kind of feed a fire with, because you're going to have to get really close to it, unlike, you know, having the arm with the excavator. So so we're going to pile it up out here and burn it for another day, because we're not really in a super rush to plant anything in this field. So I'm probably going to put it, I don't know, move it somewhere in this area right in here, in this little kind of hole, maybe about right there. That should be plenty far enough. So I'm gonna set up the tripod, and then I've got the other little attachment stuff for the GoPro, so I'll do a couple of little angles and stuff for you guys with the grapple, and we'll get this pile moved. See how it goes. All right, job's done. Got all that piled up. Tried to put the big stumps and stuff that I had. There were some big stumps now off that lot I cleared last year. There's one of them, right, that big pine stump there. That was one of the bigger ones. Tried to put them as close to the top as possible and kind of use the smaller stuff at the bottom as like a kindling, so most of those stumps will burn and sit there at the top and then burn down to the bottom. Most of the dirt, stuff that kind of had dirt in it, I tried to put over here on the left side, but I'm sure the rain, when it rains, it'll wash a lot of that out. Look at all these caterpillars. I raked out some of that grass, and there was like a ton of these caterpillars in there. They're everywhere. Huh. Look at them. God, there must be 100 of them in there. Anyway, so then I just kind of graded this out over here a little bit with the flat bottom of the rake. Then I'll come back through here with the tiller. So I just didn't really want it being all rutted up and holding water. So, and then this is mostly just dirt. It's got a couple little roots and stuff in it and some sticks. I'm not too worried about that. I'm probably going to take all this with the bucket eventually and just take it back to the compost pile and put it in there with the compost and let it compost down. It'll have some soil and some dirt in there and some root matter and all that other stuff in there that can just decompose. Some of this bigger stuff I'll probably just pull out by hand. Some of those bigger roots and sticks, but they were just a little bit too small to get with the rake. It just kind of became the more I went through it, it just kind of made more and more of a mess. So it would have been better to, especially with those stumps, trying to get them on top, it'd have been nice to have skid steer, just take that stuff down there and then have somebody in an excavator or mini excavator pick that stuff up and kind of place it, shake it out a little bit, you know, shake some more of the dirt out of it. But such is life. It worked out pretty well, actually. So might be a development on the excavator front. I don't know. We'll see. I got looking at some stuff, so stay tuned for that if that happens. So obviously you guys will be the first to know if it does. But for now, yeah, I think that's going to work pretty well, and hopefully we'll burn that soon. I'll definitely make a video of that. That'll be cool. The last one we burned, man, the flames were like up past them trees. It was huge, and we burned it right there. We had to shield all of this. We had to like put up some metal. So we had some old metal from one of the old roof or something that we put up in front of those fig trees and stuff and tried to block all that. But man, it was a smaller pile than that, and it was, dude, it was huge. I might have a picture of it. If I can find an old picture of it, I'll show you guys. But anyway, hope you guys are having a good weekend. It's a beautiful Sunday here in South Carolina, and I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my afternoon. I am out. I'll see you guys later.